All right, welcome back to Beyond the Game. Today we have Devin joined with us. Absolute not ball knower here. We're going to
What do
start
you
by
mean?
talking about first topic. I'll let Devin take it away. Are the Seahawks legit? They're 3-1. Their only loss was to the 49ers, 17-13, which 49ers are trash themselves. Dominant win versus the Steelers. Devin, what do you think?
Well, I wouldn't say the 49ers are trash because that was week one. So they did have Kittle. Yeah, Kittle did get hurt that game, but Kittle also on the first drive had two catches for 13 or 14 yards and a tutty, and Purdy and a healthy McCaffrey. So I wouldn't call them trash. But my so what I have before I answer your question, are the Seahawks legit? I have a couple points to make up. So here's some stats. So Darnold has 905 passing yards this year, which is pretty high considering some of the other people with only five touchdowns though and two interceptions. So not a lot of picks, but not a lot of tutties. They do hand it off in the at the goal line quite often though. I really like their running back room. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. They are very good. It's a
The
very
running
good
backs are
duo.
good.
As a Zach Charbonnet fantasy owner, I'm hoping for more, but we will see. The wide receiver room is, to be honest, it's mid. I love JSN. JSN is good. You have an old Cooper Cup who retirement home, but I still Cooper Cup. And who else they got? That's the real answer.
I don't know.
I know they have pieces, but they ain't got much else. So wide receiver room is mid. They have a good wide receiver one, but that's about all. I love Elijah Araru. I believe that's how you pronounce his name, the rookie tight end. But like I just said, he's a rookie. He still has a lot to develop. Their strength, though, is their defense. As of after week three, they ranked second in point per game allowed and sixth in sacks, and they were first in the NFL in yards per play, being 3.9, like first being in they allowed the least. But my answer to your question, are they legit? No, no.
Okay, good.
They are a premium wild card team. They will go 10 and 7, seven seed, and they'll lose to the Packers, who are the second seed.
You had me worried for a minute. I like everything about the Seahawks except I like their coaching a lot. I like their running back room. I like their defense, except I don't like the quarterback. Sam Darnold is trash. Um, we could say that. He's not in the Vikings. This ain't the Vikings anymore. Sam Darnold is not going to get you anywhere. You might have decent numbers, but you're not going to win a playoff game with Sam Darnold as your quarterback. Sorry, not sorry. Um, yeah, I think they're shit. They're overrated as hell. Sorry, Dom, but they are. Um, However, a team I do not think is overrated is the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now that the Ravens are trash and hurt a lot, they were trash before they were hurt. So let's not just say injuries because, they were sucking while they were healthy too. Their defense is a JV squad. I think the Steelers are going to win the AFC North now. I didn't think they were gonna. I thought they were going to be like a fringe wild card team, but now they're going to be a solid 11 and 6, 12 and 5 team, and they're going to, I think, easily win the AFC North because Burrow's hurt, Lamar's hurt now, and they suck anyway, and the Browns suck. So that's where I'm at.
I would have to agree with you. I do see them winning the AFC North. I saw this funny picture on Instagram that showed week one starters for the AFC North, which was Lamar, Joe Burrow, Joe Flacco, and Aaron Rodgers. And then Unk out of all of those, Aaron Rodgers is the only one who's starting week five. Well, Aaron Rodgers is not a bye week, but
Yeah, yeah,
he's gonna be starting week six. And then
yeah.
you got Jake Browning, Cooper Rush, and Dylan Gabriel's now starting. I do think the Steelers are gonna win the AFC North. The defense against the Vikings seem to remember that they're actually good. And Aaron Rodgers is having a pretty underrated year so far.
Oh yeah,
He's a
100%.
sleeper. Not too many people are talking about him. Only 786 passing yards, but 68.5% completion rate, but eight tutties to three picks, which is pretty good.
Yeah, he's doing solid. He's doing solid for sure. Packers air out his
Only
back.
thing that worries me is Arthur Smith worries me quite a bit as the offensive coordinator. But with Mike Tomlin as head coach. I think they will win the AFC North.
Now, will the Eagles ever lose another football game? They are winning pretty, like, they're not winning well, but they're winning. AJ Brown wants a trade. Saquon's averaging 3 yards a carry. Um, they're not doing well, but they still somehow find themselves at 4-0. So, will the Eagles lose the game that Jalen Hurts has won the last 18 games he's played?
Uh, this might be a hot take. I have them losing three, maybe four games this season. I know a lot of people are thinking one, two at most. Week 9 versus the Packers at Lambeau Monday night. They're getting clapped. It's going to be a very close game, but I think we will win. Uh,
I'll do you
Not
one
being
better.
biased.
They're losing this week to the Broncos.
There you go.
They're losing
I
this week to the
thought about
Broncos.
that. I thought about that when I looked at the
Sean
schedule, but Bo
Payton's
Nix,
gonna box Jalen Hurts. He's not gonna be able to do anything. Their run defense is good. Bo Nix is gonna get the job done, and they're gonna lose this week. It's at home. They're lose at home, and while they're at home, they're still gonna lose to the Broncos, and
I can
probably a
agree with
relatively
that.
close
Bo
game,
Nix
but
is
they're losing
scaring
this
me
week.
though. I really like Bo Nix, but he hasn't been. If he can play like he did at the end of the season last year, I think they have a very good shot at winning. But I also think they're going to lose. They're going to lose two in a row, week 9 and week 10,
Oh
when
yeah,
they play Detroit. They
they
play
could.
Detroit at
They could.
Philly, and I do have them losing at least one game to the Commanders if Jaden Daniels
Yeah,
can stay healthy.
yeah,
And a sleeper one, I think they lose week 14 against the Chargers
yeah. That could be true. That could be true.
because Joe Alt should be back by that time.
Yeah, get let's not get overhyped here, Eagles fans. You're not getting the number one seed. I don't think you get the number one seed, no. So you have to go on the road at some point in the playoffs and eventually lose. You're not going to do good in the playoffs.
What seed do you have them at?
2 or 3, and they're not going to fall much farther than that, but 2 or 3, and they'll probably lose in the conference championship game.
Who is your one seed?
I'm going to have to go with. I'm gonna have to change my opinion and go with Detroit until the Packers can show me they can play a complete game of football. Because
That's
first
what I was
two
gonna say.
first 2 weeks they look like uh they look like the '85 Bears or something. The offense is firing on all cylinders too. And then week 3, the offense forgets how to play and the defense does amazing against the Browns. Then week 4, the defense forgets how to play against the Cowboys and the offense plays amazingly and we tie. So until the Packers can show me they can be consistent again, I'm gonna go with Detroit right now. But I had the Packers before the season. I'm still riding with that pick as the Packers, but if you ask me the second, I'll go with Detroit.
Fair. I can agree with that at the moment right now as well.
Yeah. That
We all
leads
know
us
the
into
Giants. No.
our last topic, which is the pack is not back, apparently. I don't know. NFL games should not end in a tie. That's partially why people say college football is better than the NFL. And after the overtime game, I can't really argue
That
with that
game
fact. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. The parlays hit. Thank God, Fanatics voided the Packers money line, so the parlays hit. Um, Thankful about that, but I was still like shaking after the game. I didn't know how to feel. I couldn't go to bed for a while. It was like it's either
that
normally
game
I go to
left me
bed
wanting
sad when
so
they
much
lose, or I
more.
go to bed excited. I don't go to bed like there should be a second overtime, or not a second overtime. There should be at least 15 minutes in the overtime period, not 10. I don't know why they do that.
That
Especially now with
I
both
think that
teams getting the
a good
ball,
rule change.
with both teams getting the ball. I like that rule change, but if you're gonna do that, you should make it a full quarter length. You should change the time back to 15 minutes. I don't know what was up with that. The Packers defense, they didn't even look like they were trying at the end of the game versus the Cowboys. Micah Parsons thankfully saved the game with that sack. Thankfully, they called it a sack too. Um, but that George Pickens touchdown like a curl route, we just did not want to tackle him, and I don't know what the hell it was. It was like playing against the rookie and man, it's like playing against a computer on rookie.
I saw a clip after the game, and it was that third down and goal for the Cowboys in overtime when Dak threw the ball away when he just threw it in the back of the end zone.
Mm,
Jake Ferguson came up in the middle as Dak was scrambling, booty cheeks open in the end zone to score, but Dak just overlooked him. So I think we got lucky.
yeah,
As
we
a
certainly
Packer
did.
fan, I can say that we should have lost that game with
Oh
the way
yeah,
our
Matt
defense
LaFleur's
was
got to
playing.
fix his shit.
We got lucky that we tied,
Yeah,
but they should not end in a tie.
no, 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 we should have lost. The clock management at the end of the game too was reminding me against.
Oh my, they almost.
It was like the Bears versus the Lions on Thanksgiving. I was like, oh my God. I wish we lost that game because of that play. Because then like changes would have had to been made or something, bro. Like that, then it would have happened. But since we lost, I'm not saying Matt LaFleur needs to get fired, but you lose, then you really got to sit back and reflect and fix your shit. Because that was disgusting to
Mm,
watch. We got lucky as hell. Yeah, I know. And next week we're at home versus Jake Browning or whoever they have at quarterback at that time. Should be a free
Jameis
win.
Winston.
James Winston, maybe. We're going to be favored by like 7 or 8 in that game again. So hopefully we can, I think we'll do good at home. We just seem to be kind of bad on the road this year. But at home so far, we have two great games against the Lions and Redskins. The Redskins don't care. Um,
Commanders.
fuck that. Fuck that. But yeah, hopefully the week can fix our shit.
Yeah, I hope it gets better. This will be. I'm expecting a lot this season. After the Micah trade, I went from being all right, I'm ready to lose in the wild card to, oh my goodness, I think we actually have a shot.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for the best. And last topic, you want to start it?
Oh, you can go ahead and do that.
All right, the Chiefs. The Chiefs. They have now
How's
won
your
two in a
fantasy?
row. I mean, they had a freebie against the Giants, but let's be honest. Uh, I are the Chiefs back? Are they now back to their normal selves? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they always were themselves. They just didn't have a pass catcher. They didn't have a true wide receiver one. Yeah, Hollywood Brown did good week one, but that was the defense planning for Worthy, who if Travis Kelce didn't take out, then Xavier Worthy would have been wide receiver one, and Hollywood Brown would have got solid three catches for 20 yards. Now that they have Worthy back, Mahomes is playing like first game with Worthy back. Mahomes dropped what nearly 300 yards or 300 yards and four touchdowns, zero picks.
They did play the sorry
Absolute.
ass Ravens though.
That's well, I mean,
They
this was the
played the
Ravens with
Ravens. They
Lamar.
played the Ravens G League squad.
That's, I mean, they had Lamar for the
I mean, I
first
think
when did he get hurt in the
yeah,
third
but
quarter?
the defense is a G
Oh, the
League
defense,
squad.
yeah,
Defense gives up
that's
like
true. They
40
did
points a
lose.
game. Even when they were healthy, they were
Well, I
giving
mean,
up
they
40
played
a
the
game.
Bills. They played the Bills, the Ravens played the Bills and the Lions.
Yeah, and
So
they
they had,
against the Bills, they had that game. They had that game locked up until a fumble, and then the defense couldn't do anything after that. And thank God they have Jair Alexander now. They can. He sold the game as well, and yeah, and now he's hurt, so that's the Jair Alexander cycle. But no, the Chiefs are not back. Um, Chargers, I think, will win the division. Saying that right now, and
yeah, I like
Chiefs are
that.
gonna
I
be
agree.
solid, but no, they're not back.
Well, I'm saying like they are themselves. This is just how they are. This is just how they are now.
Yeah, they're just trash
I
now.
see them
Thank
making
God.
like I would say trash, but they're a solid six seed.
In terms of the Chiefs, they're trash.
I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, I 100%. I don't know what happened to Pacheco. Pacheco seems to be instead of running like a pit bull, he's running like a chihuahua. And then Travis Kelce also can join Cooper Kupp in that retirement home. Get
Yeah.
him out.
He sold the game. He sold the game against the Eagles. He
Yeah.
catches that pass like in the end zone. It's like a 14-point swing that happened. He sold the game. He's got to go.
So This is just who they are now.
Yeah, we're sorry as fuck now. Thank God.
I think
We'll,
a
we'll
good
take it.
comparison, a good NFC comparison.
The Panthers.
I I not the Panthers. I wouldn't say the Panthers. I was gonna say probably
You're
the
right. The Saints.
Falcons.
The Saints.
The Giants without Jackson Dart.
Yeah, Giants with Russell Wilson. We can end it there. Fuck the Chiefs. That's all you got to know, guys.